Yo, 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 my guys, ladies and gentlemen, what is good? We're here, we're back, we're powerful as usual. Actually, I think I'm Terra Dragon. Let's change this to the Terra Normal, you know? We're gonna rock with it. That Moltres could be a problem, but my Raging Bolt is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Gargancl is back. The people's champion. People have been calling, people have been asking, where's Gargancl Jam? Bring him back. And so here he is. He's back. Probably couldn't make this knockoff. You know who's really good here? Primarina. Primarina smokes. Dreading Kiss would be so good. Do people still use Mindless Samurai? Is that something we're gonna have to be contending with? If that's the case. I saw one use Encore recently, so we're gonna just go with this. Ooh, the Shaman. That's a Shaman, eh? But phenomenal lead. I don't guard super well against Shaman. I'm not gonna give up Dragonite because it smashes. Oh man, so this is down to a speed tie. This is wonderful because if he goes hard Moltres, because of the +2, I might one-shot him. If not, the Moltres is gone either way. I mean, they're both contact, but like, yeah. Fortunately, we don't get the you-know-what. Yeah, Mega, this boy is packing to protect. That's the only way you're making this play, so I'm curious what I want to do here. Or your choice card. Hard guard. If he's ticked, for me is like perfect. Right, it's a Shaman. I could Terra Steel. The issue is that it would open me up to a lot of other things. A lot of other things, you know what I'm saying? So the Molly is gone, which opens up my Dragonite a lot. I just need to force the Terra. By Terra Steel, I beat. A Terra Steel allows me to sub. That's if he doesn't get the drop. Doesn't matter if I get any damage on my Raging. He can't guard against my Zapdos. This is actually Dazzling Gleam. Is he Choice Specs or something? Like, why would you Dazzling Gleam there? I'm guessing he was fearing that same matchup. Fair enough. I wonder if this is Specs. If it is, then I do want some damage on it because this is a pretty big issue for my guard. I figured he went to a KO. Yeah. And it puts him in a position where, ooh, they had Earth Power. My Raging Bolt is nice, but not mandatory, you know? So, interesting to stare down the Tusk as the Primarina again. Hold positions that cannot be defended. The Rapid Spin there is actually a poor decision. Because you don't get any value out of it. You get the spin and you're fast and stuff, but you don't want smoke with my Primarina, you know what I mean? So now he's in a spot where he's gonna have to give up a mod if he goes hard on Mega. He kind of has to leave the Tusk in here, which he doesn't want to do because of my Raging Bolt. But I mean, this Raging Bolt is useless here. So yeah, you have to hard Raging Bolt on a dam, and now my Dragonite has been freed, and I can go hard. I don't get the Samurai play. I mean, I'm guessing he was just anticipating this, but you have Great Tusk. Why would you even? Like, even if you go for what's that move called? The Omega is probably Orb. What's that move called? That I think Rocks plus. Yeah, if this shit is Sash. Ceaseless Edge, there we go. That's what I was talking about. The Primarina matchup is still awful. Even if you get the Ceaseless Edge off. So what now? Are you actually in a worse position than you were before? So if I Calm Mind, I'm not going to because these things can run Encore, I learned. But the matchup is awful. Bruh, this freaking clown crit me, man. Okay, whatever. Just don't get it twice. Keep it to one. Yeah. So he commits to the Ceaseless Edge to get rid of my Raging Bolt, which wasn't a big enough factor to commit to that. He committed the Terra, which is great. Actually good. Gargancl smashes. Like my Dragonite smashes. Good Iron Treads, but that doesn't solve anything. Dragonite late games. Treads. I don't need my Terra, so what we're gonna do is go Gargancl here, Iron Defense, and then this. Yeah, we saw Cure here, which covers any play he can make. He's gonna hard switch into either Yan, or he's gonna hard switch to what's his face, and because it's what's his face, if I get the recover off, it's over. So the people have been asking for the people's champion to come back, and he's back, and he's doing what he does best. This is the same team from yesterday. I just modified it slightly, you know, so that it's not as holy. But my opponent was using a pretty unorthodox team, so that win there is no testament of, you know, whether the team has performed a little better or it's improved or not. Just needed a bit more backbone because it had the Darkrai and the Landers. I'm like, well, these seem a bit overlapped. The Landers never was doing anything. It was never offering much value. The Darkrai either is like for a Sash position. It was Scarf initially. I'm not sure if the meta has changed by the time that came to be, but yo, somebody commented something funny here like, yo, Jay, I don't even watch mods anymore. I just watch these. I don't play mods anymore. I just watch your vids because I always get some life advice or something like that throughout the video. And so I'm curious, is it, do you guys, is it the subtlety? Like, where does the life, because I hear that all the time, particularly offline as well. Obviously I don't talk about mods, but you know, from the psychological angle, I'm the person everybody comes to whenever they're having a mental or emotional thing, because they can get free answers. Right, you don't have to go to a fucking, even those who do have therapists, because you know, my approach is more like, okay, if you're struggling with discipline or motivation in a particular area, basically if you can't get yourself to do something, or you can't get yourself to stop doing something, you know, how can I fix that within like between a couple of days and a month, right? So that's always what I've specialized in, performance psychology. And so I think a lot of that bleeds over into the Mon stuff. Just like how you have your BKC, you can tell BKC is like a very philosophical, like nerdy type, in a good way. We're all nerds, but meaning like long vids, like really niche, really old. Like you can tell he's a nostalgic type, because I mean he's still uploading, and his the BKC audience is so committed. Jimmy Jimmy Cool, something like that, you know, brings his personality type to these short engaging things. Freeze Eyes, you know, we obviously have the Joeys and the Blunders, but we've been around for a while. You know, I'm talking about these new creators coming up. Pinka Cross is another creator I saw emphasizing more the competitive side, you know, the teaching part, similar to me. And then you have me, and people usually, you know, use either philosophy or something around that line. And so you know, or psych, right? The personality types bleed through the discipline. So I'm curious, what about, I just clicked the lead, truth be told. I didn't even think about the game plan in this. Primarina can destroy, and this is a pretty bad lead for me. Would I Terra this? I keep that type. Yeah, I'd probably Terra this. Dead. I'll flip turn Mocha. Tinglu is an interesting pick, considering by Iron Defense here, you're in trouble. Like, this could sweep him right here. That's a very odd decision. I wonder why people get so cocky as if Gargancl isn't the one. Like, have people forgotten who I am? who this boy is, what this boy do. So if this Tinglu goes, which he's gonna allow it to, which is perfect because it's gonna die to the salt curing. Unless he has whirlwind, he does. Okay, fair enough. It's a good whirlwind. It's actually good and bad. It's good because I get to outspeed him and knock him out. And he's super susceptible to electric, but I didn't want my Raging Bolt in because, you know, he gets the edge, though he has to go to Mimikyu, which, you know, he probably didn't want to go into this early in the game. So, and then sacrifice rocks for me. I mean, it's each their own, I suppose. My Raging Bolt is far too valuable to give up, so even if he SDs here, he play Rust just fine. We EQ into what just happened? Fucking what's that? What's it called? A red card. Annoying. Okay. He's gonna hit me with the that's annoying. More annoying in the sense that what he brought in, Garg is too good to have in. Like, as you see, Garg can 6-0 him with the right. Treads can't knock him out. I wanted Treads to EQ into rocks if he SD'd. But he had the red card. I mean, what can I say? In fact, what am I talking about? I could just Iron Defense. Like, he's not 1v1ing this. I forgot he doesn't have, yeah. He missing that was it. He's fishing. I am mad at him. Might survive this. Yeah, I do. Man, Dark, you were the one. You were the one, bro. It's annoying is he still has Terra in hand, but I still have a significant matchup advantage in terms of the Pokemon I chose to keep. He gets wonked by most of my team. Primarina is the one though. Surprised he went to Samurott. Samurott's a horrible matchup versus Prim. What the fuck, bro? Yes, fucking justice. Get out of my face. Punk. Gambit is in. Gambit's an issue because he has Terra. I'm faster. Okay, that's actually really great. He did knock me out, but Enamorous, unless it's Terra Ground or something, or it's Calm Line. I mean, I've seen most of these be choiced. So Gambit is in issues that the Enamorous. Fucking Diancie. What would a Diancie do? What Diancie do? I got a couple routes. I could go hard dose. The issue with dose is that the Thunderous Kick won't drop the Diancie's defense, and it'll put me in a poor position. So this is one of those key moments of being like aware of the game state, right? Because it would seem obvious, like go Zapdos and bulk up. But if he goes hard at Amorous, I lose a lot of value. So I have to put myself in positions that cannot be defended, because the guard crew, but he missed the first player, which would have done enough, but it wouldn't have took care of me by any means after Iron Defense caught up. So unless he got the crit, he was never coming out on top versus guard. I don't want to give up my Dragonite scale though, so the play is to go Dragonite first. If he suckers, it puts me in a bad spot. If I DD and he doesn't sucker, it puts me in an awkward spot. I think you never sucker, because if I Dragon Dance, you're in a bind. Oh, he goes hard DNC, that's blessed. So I'm guessing some Terra type would come out here. Hardly NC. I mean, Terra type. So if he Terras, then I was thinking if he Terras, then the Enamored. I guess it really just depends on what the Enamored set is. So I see potential Scoffed or something. He could. Okay. So Moonblast. So the Gambino. No matter what the Gambit is, if it's like Terra Flying, I have my Raging Bolt. So I just Earthquake here. Did he ever Terra? He never Terra, did he? So he must have been some Terra type that's weak to fire. I mean, weak to ground. So it's probably fire or something. So yeah, the Dragonade first, because of the losses I've been taking the past couple lives, it's you know, one of the reminders, guys, is that you can't solve a problem. You can't think of the solution of a problem if you don't know the problem even exists to begin with. And so in Mons, oh, that's what I was going to talk about. What are your thoughts on the, because I was going to record this a lot earlier in the day, but I had to help, you know, some family stuff, and so, you know, I prioritized that. And I was like, there was a topic I wanted to, and just now as I was going to say that, it came back to me. So it's the idea of, you know, you have people who, what I call, you know, people who act first, think later, and people who think first, act later. And so even in that statement, the assumption is that those who think first, act later are, you know, superior in some sense. But the think first, act later people tend to suffer from, you know, paralysis analysis. So have you ever suffered from that, right? You think so much, quote unquote, to the point where you do nothing. And thought is useless if there's no action. So thinking things through is useful if the action gets taken. But what happens if you take too much time thinking to where you lose the opportunity, right? And so how does that relate to Mons? The thing with Mons, the difference is in Mons it's better to think, do than to do, think, right? It's meaning to click button, think later. It's better to think first, click second. Why? Because there's a finite amount of things to consider. There are a lot of things to consider, but it's still finite. Whereas in life, beyond a point, you can never predict everything, right? So if you're gonna leave your house today, in some sense it'd be, if you tried to think of it, because what are you doing in Mons, right? You're thinking of every possible situation. So let me say I'm analyzing team preview. Think, do applies here because there's a finite 6 Mons. I'm not considering in actual battle every Mon. And Darkrai only learns a finite amount of moves, right? A finite amount of items that he can use, all that stuff. So I'm never worried about, for example, you know, illustrious orb Darkrai. So there's even a smaller number of things to consider. And so as we're going into this, because the options are limited, you can consider everything for the most part. You can consider most things before you act. So it's better because it's finite. In life, in general, there's not a team of 6. The possibilities are infinite. And so you want to think you want to have some knowledge on the subject matter or the move you're about to make. But because you can't have all the variables, the Mons are infinite, the people are infinite, the potentials are infinite, like somewhat, right? It's actually sometimes better to think a little bit than do in life, but doesn't apply in games. So yeah, what are your thoughts on that? And some examples and experiences that you've encountered. So anyway, Garg's about to show people what's really good once again. Darkrai is an odd lead. Considering I'm expecting you as expecting treads. Wish I had knock here. Maybe he has Heat Wave, we'll see. Actually didn't, because I was talking about the subject matter, I didn't actually formulate a game plan or anything. I see a couple ways I can win, but I think the most reliable and most consistent would likely be Gargancl. I have to beat down this Hatterene first though. It's quite the issue. Oh, I forgot to do the plus speed thing with this, but I know the matchup's gonna be Garg versus Hat. I don't know if these run mystical fire anymore. If they do, so be it. I say Calm Mind commits, which is fine. If they have mystical fire, I'd use it here. If not, I actually can't risk him not having mystical fire. I want to go Zapdos here to get the boost and essentially pick up a KO with knock, but the EQ rating is right. So if I went Zapdos there and he did some foolish shit like that, puts me in a bad spot. I could also Zeltrock here, but he doesn't switch. Draining Kiss commit. Okay, with the Salk here, so he's gonna faint in the incoming turn. So he goes Rye. Okay, which Rye I'm assuming will hold split. I mean, he switch versus my Dose. Primarina will guard against any movie. I don't know. Leftovers, interesting. Like Sludge Bomb or something. Primarina is too important, so I'd never let him Sludge Bomb it. Thunder. Oh yeah, we're in the dark parts. We're in the dark parts of the ladder. You know, shit is dark when do I Terra here? I don't want to take this hit here. I mean, I can't see too much downside to Terraing early. The only it completely negates Dragapult's utility. Actually, yeah, I don't want to take any damage on this. Completely, because I'd have taken like 70% and potentially got flinched. Terra Fairy here doesn't give me any downsides. You know, the Zapdos, but Zapdos is not a factor. What is Zapdos to a Gargancl? You know what I'm saying? And so, guessing these run just Leaf Storm stuff like they usually used to. Okay. Thunderous Kick cannot miss. Do these still run Glare? They do. Was my play to go Raging Bull? I don't know what Surf runs. Let's find out. Even if it runs Glare, it's not the end of the world, because he has the Zapdos, which is more or less a hard counter to me. If he's gonna try to sub down, I know he's scum. Okay, yeah, we'll knock spam because he has no morals. Leech Seed, huh? Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. Interesting. So Glare, Leech Seed, Mono Leaf Storm. So that's what the kids are running. In a case like this, actually better to it's fine because it can't. Are you serious, dude? I forgot who I am. The fucking paralysis chance is 1000%. Yes. Upside, because the Raging Bolt is solid. He got 2 Leaf Storms off, which means that so I could D-Knight Smashes. I'd actually prefer to keep the Raging Bolt to the D-Knight because of his Zamazenta, but Zamazenta can't get past Garg. So it's really just a question of who I intend to win with. And what I like about Dragonite is it entices him to leave this in and try to hex. If he doesn't, he's gonna go hard Zapdos most likely. But it entices him to leave this in, and I want him to leave it in so that he can't boost again, or at least, I guess maybe it was possible that the Ice Spinner won't do that much, but I doubt he'd go for Leech Seed first, which is the only move. Well, I guess he could Glare and then hope for luck. But if he glares, still a checkmate position, unless he gets the you know what. So yeah, it goes hard Zap. Possibly he gets the you know what, but doesn't get the you know what. Those Dragoness here would do if he took 70. Is that's offensive? Extreme Speed Pro 7. Ice Spinner does 70. Extreme Speed is gonna do 35 at least. How do you know what? But the SERP is neutralized. Like it's not boosted anymore, and I know it's spread. He might go to it and try to look. He's definitely that kind of guy. But if it doesn't work, then it puts me in a phenomenal position. I can foresee definitely a U-turn here, which is why I'll go Treads. It's the weakest link, and it disallows the SERP. I don't get why you'd go Dragapult to sub. This doesn't make any sense. This was foolish. I'll Salt Cure the first turn because I can't give his SERP a free switch. If I were he had hard switch to the SERP here. Yeah, perfect. He could do the hard switch here. Okay, I didn't think he had the honestly the awareness to make that play. Just keep it in a buck. I mean, I didn't think he had the awareness for that play, but I can Raging Bolt now. Least Storms is like, no, 2 Dragon Pulses are better. And let him sub down. He's losing 3%. He'd start Raging Bolt out, and it's staring down. I'll go D-Knight. It's begging for hacks. He's losing 3%. That's fine. I just need to not get looked on the. I should have Salt Cured the pull. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Because we're back at the situation where I'm sure he's gonna fish for luck, but if he doesn't watch it, it's gonna bite him. He has 5 Least Storm, 5 substitutes. I can't stand luck-based players. I really, at this point, all I need to do is knock out the Hatterene if he goes to it, or Iron Defense the Garg. So if he subs and I get a decent amount of breakthroughs, at least 2 on the first turn, I'm in a good spot. Or I can see him up my Primarina one time. So we're in a fine position to just, again, it gets volatile when we're playing with Parahacks, because it takes complete control out of my hands. But the alternative is for me banking on him missing Least Storm. So this is the objective best play. But yeah, so we're talking about the think, do. So I go Zenta, which is expected. This would be a place where you double back to Superior. I'm expecting a double back to Superior, because if I go Garg, he's in a really shitty spot. But it's fairly low risk for me to give up my multi-scale here. Okay, I don't get that. Okay. Unless I'm missing something here. He's gonna go Superior this turn. It's annoying. Iron Defense. Well, I'll Salt Cure this turn and then recover next turn. I'll Salt Cure this turn and then he should go Serp this time. Because if I recover, he's in a bind. Ironhead did, because I won't get too killed by it. If he's gonna Hex Fish, then so be it. But me recovering here is... Now him Ironheading here would be like a crazy play. So I'm very surprised that he did it that way. But again, if Dragonite doesn't get looked, it doesn't matter. But that's a tall order. That's a tall order. But this does complicate things a bit. Because my Primarina can't one-shot this. So there we go. So that like neutralizes his Serp a lot. So now I can recover. Whereas before, actually I can body press here. Let me think. If I get rid of this, no, because all the others are gonna be able to outspeed me. But I could how much would Least Storm do to me? Because none of them can one-shot me. Maybe Dragapult. No, it's better to recover here. Now I can body press this turn. Please, for the love of God, destroy him. Yes. How much is 20%? How much is Solcure doing? Oh yeah, so you can't boost. Just perfect, and my Garg is at a range where. So if I were to give up treads, Dragonite scale doesn't matter. I'll keep the extra body. The Dragonite scale doesn't matter. So now I can go hard Primy. Because he should Iron Head this turn on should Iron Head this turn. Primy is solid mid ground. What it does is I get to sack Iron Treads because I needed to get him in on the right turn. The Iron Head's on my my guard turn. I'm in a bit of a bind because he's Terra Steeled, so my guard can come in. Him being Iron Head is an issue. Probably double Iron Heads here. That's fine. I want to rock so badly, or I could have made the guard play. So if I were my opponent, I'd never go hard Serp. But either way, my play here is to recover. Phew, does not get the fucking BS. This is, he's hacks fishing. Iron defense, he did 38. I need one more recover. Fucking hell, guard. Fuck, dude. This fucking shit stain of a player, bro. He said might be GG off that, bro. Are you serious? No shit, Sherlock. This motherfucker said it might be GG off that. This guy right here. I gotta outplay. Oh, yeah, Iron Headed again. Yeah. Bro, it's just this dude lucked to even be in the game and is talking about might be GG. But as I said, once I saw the glare stuff, it took a lot of the variance out of it. Like, it took a lot of the control out of the game. And so I have to, you know, basically like hope that we don't get paralyzed. But guard could have smashed. Yeah. Like thinking through. I mean, I couldn't do. There's nothing on my team that can deal with Glare Seed without any kind of hacks. Yeah. He went for his win con. He had to flinch me, and he got it. He actually got a low roll on the. What's interesting is that he ended up trying to Iron Head flinch my Dragonite instead of Iron Defensing. But I guess it covered my guard pivot. I could have just Earthquaked his Iron Treads, which would have been, I mean, his thing, which would have done enough damage to where Primarina could come in. Because I just sacked the Treads next turn and go Primarina serve. Twice, because Primarina, you know, after the Earthquake damage, that assumes Zamazenta would be to a KO by serve. And I would leave Dragonite, and but it's whatever. I don't go. I'm honest. But yeah, the team's performing better. No luck losses. I mean, no need for luck. Just clean out plays. Just a thorough flogging of each opponent. Raging Bolt is quite handsome in this game, and you know I'm gonna prove that more or less. Okay. Knock's probably better on. Knock is probably better on. I might 6-0 him here. Not even tearing. I just find Knock a little more useful. He's gonna Saw carry me back, but then his heart sunk. Here comes Hatterene or Torn. Yep. How would you go Torno? Katarine, let's go. There we go. There we go. I actually could have, but I figured Torn would come in. Torn is a non-factor. And he's gonna let me rocks here. He actually has heat. And he crits me. Jesus. He wouldn't have rocks. And his guard would be beat down. It's fine though. It's boy oh boy oh boy. I got the rocks up, which is a key. Because between Primarina and Raging Bolt is I really wanted the rapid spin there. I did not want these stealth rocks up. It does make a slight difference. So if I were to go to Primarina and CM, what would he do? What can he do? D Knight after. I could Raging Bolt as well and CM. And CM sweep with Prim later, but I think Prim is harder to sweep with the Zenta than Raging Bolt in the late game with the Zenta, because I think it's just firepower wise. Okay, man, it would have been nice to have fucking +2 better than attack. Attack is better. Figured he'd do that, man. Draining Kiss would be nice. I'll probably wash his Heatran or his Hatterene. Okay, I'll take that. Yeah, he has to give up a lot of value here. He's gonna Terra. Yeah. Okay. Horn actually helped there. So the Zenta is out of the picture, which helps my Dragonite a lot, but the Corviknight's around, so not ideal, but as you can see, Gargancl is inevitable now. Really just can't do anything about it, if I'm honest. You know, I'm always honest. Heavy Slam, interesting. Could go Garg here and Terra Fairy Iron Defense. He's gonna try to body press me, but that's a waste. Gyarados is better. Horn is a little annoying, but nothing that I kind of just wanted forced out, yeah. I'm trying to think. Really, the only thing I have somewhat concerned about is the Heatran, but I'm like, what would Heatran do to my... What can Heatran do to my Raging Bolt? He's gonna try to Hurricane here, and I don't want him knocking off, or a Break Storm thing. I want him nice. So this is probably a Soul Vest. Of my, I would go for that, whatever it's called, Bleak Wind. Yeah, I'm just gonna go for that. I can't tell. I mean, he's already Terra, right? Yeah, Terra Steel, so I can't really see how he'd stop my greatness. But so we're gonna just keep being great. Salt here, Iron Defense, that's fine. Not Iron Defense, we get the idea. So the Garg is weakened enough. That's really the only piece left. Because this is gonna switch. Oh, he has Protect. Okay, so you're gonna Protect and go. It's a little annoying. But he gets to recover here. Protect, huh? That's what they run. Let's see what you can do about mine. You're gonna have to go for the Salt Care. And then what? Worthy. Perfect. I'm Dragonite, Dragon Dance, and then so. It's gonna play the Iron Defense game. It's not a game you win. Because I have Iron Defense. Like full. No, I feel it. Problem is I'm just too hard to KO. Even if you give me a Trend Raging Ball, just eats you. So I had a variety of win cons here. It's just my data on the tier is so much lower than it used to be. So the helmet, okay, but I can't recover yet. I don't think he can even knock me out with press 7%. Even if he does, Raging Bolt, yeah. You needed the body press there, buddy. Now, GG. Not your fault, bro. Garg is that guy. But I don't use it until we really get to some places. It's not fair, but no. The team performed well, would have been all wins. But I mean, we're still gonna keep. I actually got a ton of teams from Storm, so a lot of stuff coming your way tomorrow. If you enjoyed this one, though, hit the like button. And remember what I said, you know, about the think do versus do think. Right? If you have a finite amount of options, like 6 mons, you have to think each move, and you don't get other shots. Right? Each move before you do it, they're like real consequences. They're talking about a game, right? But they're real consequences in the sense that when that Raikou thing loses HP, doesn't get it back, right? When you take value from the opponent HP, PP, item, you don't get it back in most cases. So like, okay, and it's turn based, whereas life isn't turn based. So it's like, okay, I am incentivized to think before I click, because I can't, it's not real time. Whereas more active real-time response things, so that's really the difference between mental martial arts and physical martial arts, right? Physical martial arts, you're responding to the other person in real time, fast. Same thing with like first-person shooters, games of that nature, Smash, like things like that. You have to respond in real time. So there's less mental martial arts going on. There's some of it, but you know, it's not as much. But then with mental martial arts, they're usually turn-based. And so all the emphasis is on thinking, right? And then taking one correct action versus taking a bunch of incorrect actions and then thinking and reflecting on it after the fact. Right? So yeah, that's your life lesson for today. If you enjoy it, again, hit the like button, tell your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.